DJ Reader, a veteran presence, an important piece that was brought into this defense, a fantastic player in the middle of that defense, was on Jim Rome's show, and he was talking about Detroit, and here's what he had to say.
You know, when you and I spoke in the offseason and you signed with the Lions, it was obvious you were pumped. You were pumped to be joining that franchise. Has it been everything you thought it would be, or maybe even better?
Man, it's been even better. I guess it's everything I could ask for, from the coaching staff to the facility to just the support staff and everybody around. I think that's really the coolest part about the place, is that everybody's got one track mind to go win, and it seems important to them. And nobody's faking it. Everybody's out there working every day.
I mean, is that not like that everywhere you play? Like, you would just assume that it is, but it's not, is it?
Yeah, I think you would just assume that it is. I think everybody doesn't work in as cohesive of a unit. You know, I think this is just all one unit moving together top to bottom, and, you know, what they care about upstairs is what we care about, and, you know, it's all in the direction of winning. I wouldn't say that it's not the direction of winning everywhere. I think everybody just does it different, you know? And so it's not necessarily as connected always as it is here.
And before we get into that, James in the Woodward Sports Chat, 2 super chats in there. Appreciate you, James. He said, I was told Ben Johnson despises the Pop-Tart Bowl. And, he just put it in. So nice he said it twice.
Terrible.
He was told Ben Johnson despises the Pop-Tart Bowl. What are we doing? It's the best bowl game out there. But DJ Reader there, he makes a good point, and this is what we've been hearing. We've heard it from Herman Moore. We've heard it from DJ Reader. We've heard it from so many different players, former players, Lions alumni, that this offense, or this front office, is truly in one zone. From Sheila Ford Hamp to Rod Wood to Chris Spielman to Brad Holmes to Ray Agnew, all the way down to Dan Campbell as coaches and players. They are a hive mind. They are a single entity, and all they know is crush, kill, and win. And they've been playing so well, you know it starts at the top. These guys want to play here. Everybody wants to play here. You hear Micah Parsons wants to play here. Nick Bosa wants to play here. You know why? Because Sheila Ford Hamp started it at the top, and now she's got that rain dropping down on every part of this organization. They are locked in. They are dialed in. They know what they're doing. They're doing things well. They're listening to the players. They're listening to the fans, and they're taking care of business. Why wouldn't you want to be a part of that? Why wouldn't you want to be a part of an organization that's going to win on this level, that's going to treat their players, fans, coaches, and everybody with success, reward guys when they do well? Oh, you play for the Lions and you play well, you're going to get re-signed. Oh, you play for the Lions and you need 33 yards to get 1,000 on the year? We're going to spend 4 of our last 5 plays making sure you get that incentive. Oh, Josh Reynolds, you did some great things for us. You need 9 catches for an extra $100,000? We're going to throw you the ball 10 times to start the game. This all starts from the top, and it trickles down. And DJ Reader was so happy to get here. It was kind of like the Blake Griffin scenario in L.A. with DeAndre Jordan. As soon as DJ Reader walked in there, they told him, we're not letting you leave until we get it done. They didn't even have the return flight booked for him because they were so positive they were going to get it done. The confidence, the ownership, and just the breath of fresh air that Sheila Ford Hamp has brought into this organization is truly showing with stuff like this.
Speaking about getting brought into the organization, almost as big, I think, of bringing a guy like DJ Reader in is bringing a guy like Terrell Williams in to coach these dogs on the defensive line, fellas. When I think about this defensive line, I think about Aiden Hutchinson, I think about Ali McNeil, I think about John Kaminsky, I think about Davenport. All those guys aren't playing. I think about Terrell Williams and what he's been able to do with the underdogs, with the backup's backup, with an Al-Qadim Mohammed who has 3 sacks in his last 5 games right now. I'm thinking about O'Connor, who's been big in spots for this team, who's hurt right now. But I'm thinking about DJ Reader being a leader. And I think Terrell Williams has been such a big part of that. When you talk about people wanting to come to Detroit, Terrell Williams was a very key coach in getting these guys turned around, and specifically the backup's backup on the defensive line. I've been so impressed with this organization and their ability to find talent, not just on the field, but off of it for the sideline, coaching it as well.
Phil in the Woodward Sports Chat says, our next DC, I believe he's talking about Terrell Williams, and I wholeheartedly agree. I think he's going to be the next choice for defensive coordinator.
I think
if
Aiden
Aaron Glenn
Hutchinson would have won Defensive Player of the Year without a doubt.
Oh, not
and
even, it would have been
close. You
close.
saw him hit a different level because of Terrell Williams, and you saw him praise Terrell Williams earlier in the season and in the offseason. I mean, this guy's been phenomenal for this team.
Dan Campbell said he's the best defensive line coach in the world, and he's not wrong. Also, real quick, Chris, before we get to your thoughts on it, wait, where was I? Just saw DNC ENT says, I was told Ben Johnson tried booking DJ Reader's return flight. So, allegedly Ben Johnson was trying to get him out of town. I don't know if you want him as your head coach.
Well, we know Ben Johnson in flights. There's a little bit of a bad history there. So, I mean, I don't know if that's, again, I don't know if that's head coaching material. But, I'm glad, Nick, that you brought up the Terrell Williams factor, because I do think it's a twofold thing. I think it's not only the acquisition of Reader, but I also think it's the acquisition of Terrell Williams that's made this defensive line so good at times. At times it looked, man, dude, like I keep thinking of, and I know nobody wants to talk about next year because we're all locked in on this year, but like when you talk about next year, if you have Zadarius with Hutch, like
when
with
you have
Aline,
Zadarius with
like.
Yeah. And DJ Reader.
Yeah, man. Like, come on, dude. That is a beast. That is a beast defensive line. So I'm glad you guys screamed it. The synergy, top to bottom, is the important thing. That is the amazing thing about this team. And I'll extend that synergy to the fans. The fans of this team love the way this team plays. The fans are all bought in on the style of play. They understand exactly what it takes for this team to win and lose games. They know the expectations of all these players, and that just creates, to me, what has been one of the best sports moments of my life. I've never seen anything like this. I'm a basketball guy through and through. I love football, but basketball has always been my number one. I've never seen an organization top to bottom run this efficiently and connected with the fans this deeply. It's a beautiful thing.